Did you know that what you do in the first 5 minutes after waking up can predict how long you live? It sounds dramatic, but for people over 70, the way your body starts the day sets the tone for everything else. Your joints, your heart, your digestion, even your memory. And yet so many people roll out of bed and go straight into their routine, without even thinking about how those small early habits could be silently working against their health or quietly extending their life. In today's video, we're going to walk through 6 simple things you can do just minutes after waking up that could literally help you live 20, 25, even 30 more years. These aren't gimmicks. These are foundational changes that help real seniors regain strength, clarity, and energy every morning. Whether you're someone who wakes up groggy, aches in your back and knees, or just wants to feel more alive in your day, this is for you. So don't go anywhere, because these 6 steps might be the easiest and most powerful changes you've never tried. Measure 1, gentle wake-up breathing. The very first thing you do when you open your eyes should not be grabbing your phone or throwing off the blanket in a rush. Instead, take a moment, just 5 slow breaths, deep belly-filling breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Why? Because overnight, your nervous system settles into a slower rhythm. If you suddenly jump up or rush into activity, you shock your heart and spike your blood pressure before your body's even ready. Now, this may sound small, but those first few breaths gently wake your brain, deliver oxygen to your muscles, and most importantly, recenter your heartbeat. In older adults this morning, stability can reduce the chance of fainting, dizziness, and even cardiovascular stress. Think of it like warming up your car on a cold morning. You wouldn't just floor the gas right after turning the key, would you? There's a story I remember of a 75-year-old man named Harold from Indiana. He used to jump out of bed each morning and rush to make coffee before his wife woke up. But he often felt lightheaded and sometimes had to sit back down. His doctor told him that his blood pressure was dipping and spiking because he wasn't giving his body a chance to adjust after sleep. After learning about this breathing practice and doing it consistently for just a few days, that morning fog and wobbliness almost disappeared. This is not meditation. This isn't about being Zen. It's about giving your heart, lungs, and brain a gentle handshake to start the day instead of a slap in the face. And the best part? It costs nothing, takes less than a minute, and can help prevent one of the most dangerous things for seniors, a fall caused by early morning imbalance. It's not magic. It's biology. And it's one of the simplest gifts you can give your aging body every day. Measure 2, sunlight on your face. The next thing your body craves, especially after 60, is natural light. Just 5 minutes of morning sunlight on your skin and through your eyes can reset your entire internal clock. This isn't some new age trend. It's about how our biology is hardwired to respond to daylight. When you expose your eyes, not through glass, but directly to early morning sunlight, you stimulate something called the suprachiasmatic nucleus. That's the part of your brain that governs your circadian rhythm. And as you age, that internal rhythm often slips out of sync. That's why so many seniors report waking up at 3 a.m. or feeling sleepy in the afternoon. They think it's just aging, but often it's poor light exposure in the morning. And it doesn't take much. You don't need to sit under the blazing sun or get sunburned. You just need to sit near a window with it open or step outside to your porch, balcony, or backyard, anywhere you can catch natural daylight on your skin and into your eyes. Even cloudy mornings work better than staying inside under fluorescent lights. This small act doesn't just help with sleep. It can boost mood, reduce depression, and even support metabolism. There was a retired nurse named Carol, 81 years old, who shared with me that her mornings used to feel groggy and irritable. But when she began sitting outside with her tea for 5 minutes every morning, her energy started to lift. Her doctor told her that her melatonin cycle had rebalanced, and her sleep deepened at night. And here's something most folks don't realize without proper light exposure early in the day. Your body delays releasing melatonin at night. That's why some people can't fall asleep, even when they're tired. So that little dose of morning sunlight, it's not just nice, it's necessary. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Measure 3, gentle stretching or joint movement. One of the most underestimated gifts you can give your body in. The morning is just a few minutes of gentle stretching, especially after 60 when joints stiffen and muscles tighten overnight. This small ritual can make the difference between feeling sluggish or feeling alive. Think about what your body has just gone through. You've likely been lying still for 6 to 8 hours. Blood flow slows. Synovial fluid around the joints thickens slightly. Your lower back, neck, and hips can feel tight, or even ache when you first sit up. But instead of rushing to the coffee pot or TV, what if you spent just 5 minutes loosening those areas up? We're not talking about a yoga class or anything dramatic. Simple movements. Raising your arms over your head, rolling your shoulders, rotating your ankles, flexing your knees while seated can restore circulation, re-lubricate joints, and gently wake up your nervous system. This kind of movement also signals to your brain that the day has begun, helping reduce that lingering brain fog that tends to hang around after 70. There's even research showing that light physical movement in the morning helps regulate cortisol and blood sugar, both of which tend to fluctuate more as we age. I once knew a retired railroad worker named Frank, he was 76, who used to wake up groaning from hip and lower back pain every single day. His daughter, a physical therapist, suggested he do a 5-minute morning routine of simple bed stretches. No equipment, no standing, just slow, steady movement. 3 weeks in, he said, "I don't creak when I walk to the bathroom anymore." That little change became a game changer. The key is not intensity, but consistency. Gentle is the word. If you make these movements a part of your day, right as you wake up, you give your body the chance to move with ease rather than catch up later. And here's a bonus, those 5 minutes in the morning can actually reduce your risk of falling later in the day. Because it's not just about flexibility, it's about connection. When your mind and body are moving in sync early on, the rest of the day often follows that rhythm. Measure 4, sunlight exposure or natural light activation. One of the most powerful ways to reset your body's clock and boost your health. After 60 is something most people overlook. Getting sunlight in your eyes and on your skin within the first hour of waking up. After a night of sleep, your body needs cues from the environment to recalibrate your internal rhythms. And nothing works better than light. When natural light hits your retina in the morning, it tells your brain to stop producing melatonin, the sleep hormone, and to start releasing cortisol in the right amounts. This helps sharpen your focus, lift your mood, and set your body's internal clock, so it knows when to be awake and when to wind down. Now let's be clear, this doesn't mean staring at the sun. Just stepping outside for a few minutes, even on a cloudy day, is enough to do the job. If you live in a colder climate or it's still dark when you wake up, opening the curtains wide or sitting near a bright window can still make a difference. For folks over 70, this morning light habit does more than wake you up. It helps prevent something called circadian misalignment. That's a fancy term for when your body gets confused about what time it is, which is more common in older adults. It's one of the reasons why some people can't sleep at night and feel groggy all day. I once met a woman named Elaine in her early 80s, who used to nap all afternoon and then couldn't fall asleep until after midnight. Her doctor simply told her to get outside and walk around her backyard. Right after waking up, within 2 weeks, her sleep pattern was almost completely reset. Morning light also supports bone health. That's because early exposure to sunlight helps your body produce vitamin D, which becomes harder to synthesize naturally as we age. And strong bones are key to preventing falls and fractures, one of the leading causes of lost independence after 70. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Measure 5, gentle joint opening movements. Right after waking up, many older folks try to rush out of bed, but what your body actually needs is a moment to transition, especially your joints. As we age, the synovial fluid in our joints, the stuff that keeps everything moving smoothly, thickens during sleep. That's why your knees feel stiff, your lower back aches, or your neck won't turn quite right in the morning. But here's the good news, just 2 to 5 minutes of simple, gentle movements can re-lubricate those joints and prevent damage throughout the day. These aren't complex exercises. You don't need a yoga mat or fancy shoes. While you're still seated on the bed, try rolling your ankles in slow circles, raising your arms above your head and holding them there for a few seconds, turning your head side to side, or even making light fists and stretching your fingers wide. Each small motion wakes up your body's range of movement. There's something deeply wise in how cats or dogs stretch after sleeping. It's instinct. Their bodies know they need to prepare the muscles and joints before running around. Yet many older people skip this step entirely. then wonder why they feel tight, sore, or off balance later in the day. One man I worked with, Ronald, 77 years old, used to feel like he was clunking into gear every morning. He added just 3 minutes of slow shoulder rolls, light torso twists, and ankle pumps before standing up. And within weeks, his knee pain decreased and his walking became more stable. And here's what's fascinating from a medical point of view. These tiny morning motions stimulate synovial fluid circulation, increase blood flow to muscles, and signal the brain that the body is safe to move, reducing your fall risk throughout the day. Even more importantly, these motions give you a mental sense of ownership over your body. Instead of feeling like your joints are working against you, they start to feel like they're waking up with you. That subtle shift can build confidence, especially if you've had a fall or an injury in the past. Taking just a few minutes each morning to gently open up your joints might seem small, but it can literally add years of independent living, comfort, and movement to your life. It's not about becoming more flexible. It's about giving your body permission to function fully. Measure 6, take 3 deep breaths and set an intention. Before you even reach for your slippers, give yourself a gift most people overlook. 3 slow, deep breaths. Not rushed, not distracted. Just you awake, breathing with awareness. This tiny habit does more than calm your nerves. It actually helps reset your nervous system after sleep. See, when you wake up, your body isn't just physically stiff. It's neurologically transitioning from rest mode to go mode. If that transition is rushed, checking your phone, jumping up too fast, or diving straight into worries, it can spike your stress hormones and throw off your energy for the rest of the day. Breathing deeply, really deeply, tells your brain and body that you're safe, that this new day is beginning with calm, not chaos. But there's a second part. After your breaths, say one small sentence to yourself. It could be something like, "Today I will be kind to myself," or "I will move slowly and notice the good." That's called setting an intention, and it's not some fluffy ritual. It's backed by neuroscience. When you create a simple focus for your day, your brain is more likely to filter out distractions and guide your choices in that direction. An 82-year-old woman I met named Patricia had been waking up every morning with a knot in her chest. She wasn't in physical pain, but emotionally she felt anxious from the moment she opened her eyes. Her mornings were filled with dread and uncertainty, but she tried this. Just 3 deep breaths followed by a whispered intention, "I am safe and strong today." After a week, her mornings shifted. She said she still had tough days, but they didn't control her anymore. Here's why it works. Slow breathing activates the vagus nerve, which reduces inflammation, lowers heart rate, and helps digestion. And setting an intention gives your day direction before anything else. Before the news, the aches, the noise. This entire practice takes less than a minute, but it can transform how you feel about your day and about aging itself. It reminds you that even if your body has slowed down, your mind is still powerful. And with just a little guidance, your mind can become your greatest ally, not your biggest obstacle. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Final thoughts. Getting older doesn't mean giving up control. It means learning how to use your time, your energy, and your habits more wisely. And what better time to start than first thing in the morning? The small things you do in the first 5 minutes after waking up may not seem like much, but they set the tone for how your brain, body, and emotions function the rest of the day. It's not magic. It's not a gimmick. It's consistent, gentle care, exactly what most of us forget to give ourselves when we need it most. You don't need to do all 6 things perfectly. Just start with 1. Maybe it's massaging your hands. Maybe it's drinking that first warm glass of water, and then build from there. You've made it to a point in life that many people never reach. That itself is worth celebrating. And the fact that you're here, watching, learning, and willing to try something new, that's the kind of spirit that adds years to your life and life to your years. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.